All right. Update on, or maybe rather, I'm starting another project. The project is mid-engine or mid-electric motor, and I'm putting that inside of the CRX. Um, been working on rebuilding a subframe for the rear because in order to put in a motor in the rear, the current dead axle doesn't really work. So what I have to do is put in a new suspension. And to put in the new suspension, I am putting in, I guess, the front suspension, which I've been working on right here. This is actually the second one I picked up because the first one over here was dented. One of the torsion areas was dented, and so I wouldn't be able to press in any of these bushings that I got off of Kyoto Auto. And yeah, so I've been rebuilding this one, cleaning. This one had a lot of rust, but this new one just came in today. Doesn't has barely any rust. Had some rust on one of the torsion bars, but it's a lot better now. So I've been rebuilding that. As soon as I finish rebuilding that, putting it all together, I am going to pull out the battery, pull out the motor, um, pretty much clear out everything and start cutting, welding a subframe, or welding I guess a frame for this subframe, mount this in, try to get it in the same spots, the wheels in the same areas. Um, Basically, the rear is going to be torsion suspension instead of spring suspension. Would then actually at that point have hubs. So you look here, you can see here I have one, two, yeah, rebuilt these, new bearings, cleaned up all the rust, new wheel hubs. I'll put on some brakes, probably Integra brakes. Um, these are, yeah, for discs. So I'll be putting disc brakes in the back there. And oh yeah, motor. Let's see here. So this motor is from a 2020 Nissan Leaf. The one I have in the car right now is actually a 2013 motor, meaning that it only gets about 110 horsepower. But this one, the motor is actually identical, but what changes between them is the inverter. Inverter, 2020 versus 2013 brings me up to 215 horsepower. It's basically the amount of kilowatts it outputs. The battery I've actually upgraded on this one already from 24 kilowatts to 40 kilowatts. So at this point, it really will, it should support. It's not a 62 kilowatt, but it's good enough to support the 215. And also this one has a better charger with a DC fast charging CHAdeMO. CHAdeMO is kind of not really a thing anymore, but we'll see. Some people have been looking at ways on how to fast charge with other technologies, so we'll see how that goes. Like CCS, that's big news recently. But overall, 40 kilowatts charges it pretty fast. And yeah, that is the next project. So just gonna finish up with this subframe and pull the motor and battery and everything out of the car. Just gonna pretty much gut it clean and then cut out the back. And yeah, try to do that in the next, I guess, 4 weeks left. So I'm actually on a work sabbatical, so I have 5 weeks off. Just spent the first week on the subframe and a little bit behind schedule, but should be okay. We'll see. If not, then I'll figure it out. All right, that's the update.